September is Suicide Awareness Month. So my first piece is called Suicide Letter. And this piece is actually found in my book Crown that's available right now on Amazon and my personal website. I didn't want to die. I just wanted to flirt with death. I just wondered what it would feel like to have my breath play hopscotch on a Mason-Dixon line of life. And sometimes I wondered who would even notice if tonight was my last night, like if my eyes didn't open and rise with the sun, what song would be sung at my funeral? What message would I be greeted with when I reached the pearly gates? I promise I didn't want to die. I just needed an escape. Because sometimes the cares of this world get so heavy and it seemed almost impossible to bear. I was open up my mouth and asked for help, but my mind has already been pre-programmed to believe that no one would care. You didn't give me my flowers until I was no longer around to smell them. Love is vain if it's not felt. Half of the times I didn't know if I should be searching the scriptures, trying to encourage myself, or look at my eyes towards the hills from which cometh my help. And I didn't want to seem impatient, but I was left wondering when it was going to come. I mean, I was carving SOS in my arm just so that he would know what tortured soul needed help trying to find peace. I promise I didn't want to die. I just needed a relief. And aren't we all today just looking for some relief? We are all so weighed down with this feeling that we're not enough. Society wants to tell us that we're not enough. And before I leave this virtual stage on tonight, I just want to remind you are enough. This is for the girl who's never been kissed, who lay awake at night, tortured with the thought of whether or not she would be asked to the high school dance. She thinks maybe if I lift up my skirt, bend it over and show everybody I could twerk, I could finally have a chance. Then I can get a man. And that right there will give me some purpose. What's wrong with me? If I'm too flawed, too bald, too ugly, why can't I just fit in? I try and try and try. I try and try and try, but I just stick out like a sore thumb. Maybe it's time to end it all. Because after all, I'm the girl who's easy to forget. Her mother sees her with tears in her eyes. Her mother look up to her and say, baby girl, why do you walk around with a permanent frown? You walk around with your eyes glued to the ground as if you have nothing left to give. Do me a favor. Put your hand on your chest. You feel that? That's your breath. That means you still have purpose. Baby girl, don't you know that you're a queen? Price far above any ruby, above any dime. You were put on this earth for a greater purpose. You're not just a trophy to appease man's eyes, but inside of you, there's a voice that the whole world needs to hear. And just in case you need a reminder, just in case you forgot, just in case you need to know that this still rings true, you are enough. Thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you so much for sharing. You know, there are so many women